So, welcome to another video from Salzwasserwelten.de. I take you down to my measuring room, and today we would have a look at the famous PAR. We all know the photosynthetic active radiation. Everybody is speaking about it, but it's important to know what PAR really is. So in the first step we always talk about the spectrum for corals and the absorption spectrum. So the absorption is what a coral needs, and it's the biggest point in light. So if I look at this spectrum, it's from Giesemann-Wurth. We see here it's measured with a flame ocean optics spectrometer with a PAR measurement, and it's a little bit different to a normal optical measurement because the phase is completely different, and so the spectrum looks a little bit smoother. And that's the point. I cannot give an exact spectrum analytic with that sensor. The best way is always the optical sensor with a fiber phase, and it's different. So we have to start with our PAR measurement here from the Giesemann-Wurth. So if I start it on 84 centimeters from light source to the fiber, and what we can see here is the spectrum from the Wurth in measurement of photosynthetic active radiation and from photons. We all know light is electromagnetic waves, and that are photons. And photons are energy, so a PAR measurement is always an energy measurement, not optical. What we see here is in that measurement from ocean optics, we always look for that photosynthetic active radiation on micromoles per square meter per second, and here we are on 1.6649 E2. That means simply it's 166 PAR. That's the simple way. We can look more. We can look to total photons. We can here look to illuminance. We can lumen, candela. We can look to all, but we don't want today. So what we see here is our PAR on 166. Yeah. And what happened if I change the spectrum? It's easy. So I just can adjust the Wurth in another way, just the cool white channel, and then here we see we are on 28 PAR. Yeah. So that's what it brings. That's Lagoon Blue. Sorry. The Lagoon Blue channel brings on full 24 PAR on 84 centimeters. So, but what can we do with this PAR measurements? At the end, nothing. What you can do with PAR is simply you can look to another light fixture. If you say the Wurth has on 48 centimeters, what did I say, 160 PAR about, with maybe 140 watt, you can take another brand, look with the same watt how many PAR it has. Then you can see, then you have a number. You have a number for you to bring it in an area. What you can do too is with PAR, you can make area measurements. You can say on 40 centimeters, from 40 centimeters to the center to the right, we have 200 PAR. That you can do with PAR, but nothing more and nothing less, because PAR says nothing about what a coral can use from it. That says absorption measurement, and that says fluorescence measurements, and that together with a PAR measurement with a other weight curve, then it's possible. But we don't have that weight curve. What we have is the weight from McCree, but that is curve from plants and is without UV and without other spectral aspects, it's simply a little bit too old. That's the big mistake. So the way after McCree we cannot use because a plant is not a coral, and so the par for itself we cannot use, or we cannot bring it together with a coral, with a coral growing or a coral coloring, because 800 par means not that a coral can be colorful. That means just there are 800 photons per moles per square meter per second, nothing more and nothing less. That's the biggest problem. So I think in the future it will be possible to bring that all together, and I hope in my next video I'm a little bit nearer on it and I can show you how it could work. Not must, it could work. But today the part says nothing about coral growing, or is it good for corals or is it not good for corals, and that's the biggest problem. So at the moment it's better to look at the spectrum. It's an optical measurement, it's right. I do it with my flame spectrometer from Ocean Optics. It's no problem, it works perfect, and I can take a look at the corals, I can take a look at the absorption, I can take a look at the fluorescence, and then I can say, okay, that coral need that light, and that's it. So I hope you learned a little bit. I hope my English was not too bad, and hopefully we see us next time. Have a nice day.